Hi, my name is Gent and I'm a filmmaker from Nairobi, Kenya. I have quite a lot of experience with photography and filmmaking. I started taking photographs when I was a kid at school. I kind of just took a point and shoot camera and really just loved it, and from there just kind of continued to grow and experiment with different things, editing softwares like Photoshop and Lightroom, different techniques. And you know, like at that point, it's learning photography is about just not so much about all the technical aspects and everything, but just learning composition, coming up with ideas, being creative. And then, yeah, later on after university, I decided I wanted to do things professionally, and then I ended up actually moving into film. So I started working in film, mainly doing documentaries. I worked on a series called Serengeti for 2 to 3 years, just based out in the Serengeti wildlife. Amazing job. And then, yeah, I've been moving into other sorts of documentaries in sports, done a few shoots for Red Bull. What I've learned from the experience and what I would take into my approach for judging is that, like I said before, it's not always about what camera you have, but it's about how you use it, the composition you make, the story you try to tell, things you bring over from that, and then, you know, as you grow as a photographer, they're going to tweak all those things, the technical aspects. And so, yeah, I mean, I've worked through all sorts of production. So for me, I'm really looking at, you know, something that's creative, storytelling, has a good composition, and good use of light. So really what I'm looking for in a video or a photo is something that tells a story, something that's creative and captivating, something that really holds your attention. So judging photos from different styles and genre can be a bit tricky. Obviously, they're going to be different, so it's hard to always make a call. But in photography, there are general rules that will determine if you have a good photo or not. And you know, you can learn these even online or wherever, or through a mentor. But you know, that's things like your composition, your lighting, your framing. You know, for example, are you using the rule of thirds? How have you lit your subject? And then also, you know, trying to bring that story element into it. Like, what are you trying to like tell people about your photo? You know, and so yeah, it could be in different genres and different styles, but you know, the key points are those, and that kind of transcends through all the genres and styles. And so when judging, those are the things that I'm looking for that make a good photo. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the participants of the Leta competition 2024 are going to bring. This year we got a really exciting theme. It's Save Our Planet, which is obviously super relevant right now with everything that's going on. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to get this message across. You know, it's a good one. They've got to be creative with it, and I really hope that we see some really impactful images coming out of it, stories that help people, you know, make the change and do what we need to save our planet. I think for me as a filmmaker, photographer, there's been a lot of things that have inspired me, but I do remember when I was younger watching David Attenborough's Secret Life of Plants, and I think that's when I really was so captivated in how they were able to, you know, show you this world of plants that's usually you kind of just look around and it's quite normal. You don't really see plants as like these amazing living things, and when they were able to like zoom in on it and come into these little worlds, you didn't see that. And using time lapses, you could really see how these things are actually much more alive than what we see. Like, they just seem more static, but once you add that photographic element, you know, taking time lapses, zooming in, there's so much more than that. And I think that's what really inspired me as well with my photography, because you then, you know, you begin to look at things from a different angle, from a different perspective. And it's so exciting to see things like that. Nick Brandt is a photographer that's inspired me. I really like his photos that he took of rangers with elephant tusks. I just think the image was very striking. He's taken a series there. But you know, it kind of draws the viewer right in immediately, and you know what it's about. And the image is also very dramatic. I like that he did them in black and white. It kind of really does add to that. So yeah, they're quite striking. I'd check them out. I encourage any inspiring photographer to take part. It's a great opportunity to push your skills, learn more, And it doesn't really matter, you know, you don't need a fancy camera to take good pictures. Everyone's doing it on phones these days. So, you know, you have a phone, and, you know, for me it's more about the idea and the composition and yeah, your use of lighting. It's not, and then maybe even your editing a bit. It's not necessarily about what you own. So, you know, anyone can take part, and yeah, just get inspired. We've got a great theme this year, save the planet, save our planet. So, you know, make that yours and use this to impact change. If you can make a really powerful photo, that can tell 1,000 words. So yeah, it's like, use this to help save the planet.